All right, let's tackle a super practical skill, telling time in Japanese. And believe it or not, in just the next few minutes, you're gonna have everything you need to ask for and understand the time. So let's just dive right in.
You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. Someone asks a simple question, and your mind just goes completely blank. Well, after this, when someone asks you for the time, you'll be ready to fire back an answer, no problem.
So we're gonna start with the easy part, the hours. And here's the great news. If you can already count to 12 in Japanese, you are most of the way there. Seriously.
Okay, so the most important thing to remember here is this one character, G. It's pronounced G. Just think of it as the Japanese version of o'clock. You literally just stick it on the end of the number to say what hour it is.
Let's just run through the first 6 together. 1 o'clock is ichiji. 2 is niji. 3, sanji. Now watch out for 4, it's yoji. 5 is goji, and 6 is rokuji. Go on, try saying those out loud with me.
All right, let's finish off the clock. 7 is shichiji, 8 is hachiji, 9 is another little odd one, it's kuji. Then you're back on Easy Street. Juji for 10, juichiji for 11, and juniji for 12. And just like that, you've got the hours down. See? Not so bad?
Okay, let's talk about the minutes. Now, this is the part that sometimes trips people up, but honestly, don't sweat it. There's a really simple pattern once you see it, and we're gonna break it down right now.
So the character for minutes is fun, but here's the twist. Its pronunciation changes. Sometimes it's pun, and other times it's fun, and it all depends on the number right before it. Really, it's just about what sounds better and is easier to say.
So this chart lays it all out for you. You can see the pun numbers on the left and the fun numbers on the right. And hey, here's a little pro tip I found super helpful. The pun sound tends to pop up after numbers where your lips naturally close, like for ipun or sampun. It's a small thing, but it can really help it stick in your memory.
Awesome. You've nailed the hours, you've got the minutes. So now let's put it all together and build a full time just like you would in a real conversation.
First things first, AM and PM. In Japanese, AM is gozen, pronounced gozen, and PM is gogo, or gogo. Now, the really big thing to remember here, and it's kind of the opposite of English, is that these words come before the time, not after.
So the formula is actually super simple. It's just 3 steps. You start with gozen or gogo. Then you say the hour using G. And finally, you tack on the minutes with pun or fun. That's it. Okay, let's walk through one together. Say you want to say 1:20 a.m. You start with AM, so that's gozen. Then the hour, 1 o'clock, is ichiji. And finally, the minutes, 20, is nijupun. Put it all together, gozen ichiji nijupun. See how it just follows that formula? Let's do one more, just to be sure. How about 3:45 p.m.? Well, we start with PM, which is gogo, then the hour, 3 o'clock, sanji, and then the minutes, 45, which is yonjugo fun. So all together now, gogo, sanji, yonjugo fun. See? You're really getting the hang of this.
Okay, now for a really cool shortcut that'll make you sound way more natural. The character is hun, pronounced han, and it just means half. When you're talking about time, it means half past the hour, or, 30 minutes.
And here it is in action. For 12:30 p.m., you could say the full version, gogo juniji sanjupun. Or you can just use the shortcut and say gogo juniji han. It's shorter, it's smoother, and it's what you're definitely going to hear people say.
Okay, so we've got all the pieces, but how does this actually work in a real conversation? Let's walk through a quick, polite exchange so you can see how it all sits together. So to politely get someone's attention and ask for the time, this is your go-to phrase. Sumimasen is excuse me, ima is now, and nanji desu ka is what time is it? Let's try it. Sumimasen, ima nanji desu ka?
And you might get a simple answer just like this, gogo goji desu, which just means it's 5 p.m. That desu at the end, it just makes the whole thing polite. Simple as that.
And of course, you'll want to be polite and thank them. A great way to do that is domo arigato. It's basically thank you very much.
And to wrap up our little chat, they'll probably reply with doitashimashite, which is the polite way of saying you're welcome. And boom, you've just had a full, successful conversation in Japanese.
So let's just take a breath and recap. In just the last few minutes, you've learned the hours with G, you've figured out the tricky minutes with pun and fun, You know how to use Gozen and Gogo for AM and PM, and you even know how to put it all into a conversation. That is a huge accomplishment. So you've officially got the tools to handle time in Japanese. Next time you glance at a clock, try to say the time out loud. You've totally mastered this essential skill, so the only question is, are you ready to learn how to ask for the date?